Hello humans and gentle humans. I'm Bo and today we're gonna paint a room. I'm gonna be totally honest with you, this wasn't really the plan for this week's video, but it is what it is. Since this wasn't the plan, there are some strange little gaps between big things like painting the walls, but I'm gonna do a little voiceover action and hopefully you are at least a bit entertained by this. I haven't really painted a room where I have to like tape it everything before. This is a first for me. Usually I just like roll one color onto the whole wall. So this was definitely a process.
So this is what the walls originally looked like. Definitely more understated, but I realized if I was going to paint both halves of the wall the same shade, I was gonna have to prime it. Otherwise, they would be entirely different colors, and we don't want that. Here's that huge jump I was talking about. Up until this point, I didn't really plan on recording a video, so I had already painted the walls and part of the ceiling. And then it took me a lot of coats to make these accents actually gold, probably like 3 or 4, and then on the final coat, I dabbed on the paint so it could look a little bit textured. Look at this big glob of tape I'm about to pick up, right there. I hadn't cleaned the whole time. I had just been throwing tape onto the floor, so there was a lot to clean up, and it kept sticking to my feet. It was super annoying, so it was finally time.
I removed the blades from the fan, and now I'm working on taping the rest of the room because I was doing everything like, oh, I'll tape this, then I'll paint it, then I'll untape it. But taping is my least favorite part, so I'm getting it all over with. And then I really need to finish taking the light down, but I need to turn off the breaker for that. And then finish painting the ceiling, finish painting the gold on all of the accents, and then I think I'm good.
I'm disturbed by how much dust there is in this video. I couldn't see it from the angle I was at, but I had just closed the blinds, so it all must have came up into the air. Oh, so gross. Anyway, here I am doing my least favorite thing, taping. It took me so long to tape everything off, and I ended up having to go to the store to get way more tape than I originally thought I needed.
I think I'm done. I even did the floors, which I didn't want to do, but I figure I should. I did all that. And now I'm going to prime this with white primer because I accidentally got green paint all over it.
As I mentioned, at this point I'm just painting a coat of white primer over the molding because I am very messy and I got green paint all over it when I was painting the ceiling. I probably should have primed everything, to be honest, because some of it did peel off a little bit, but I only primed the parts that I painted green on, which is okay. It's looking pretty good.
So I took the light down all by myself. Now I'm gonna paint the ceiling.
This was horrible. Painting the ceiling was my least favorite part because I kept having to move the ladder and get back up, and it was just like so repetitive. And I also, again, am very messy, so I kept getting too much paint on the roller because how do you even use a paint roller? It's so hard to like get the proper amount of paint on it. But I kept getting too much paint on it, and then it would drip down. Luckily I had tarps over the center of the floor, so I'd always start there just in case. Beanie was watching me the whole time I painted the ceiling. She's very sweet. She's very cute. Look at that face.
This is definitely a work in progress. I finished the ceiling. There are still some spots that need fixed, like there, but it does the job for now for being a painted ceiling. Did the baseboards, the first coat, and I did the trimming on top as well. This paint is very, very thin, so I need many coats. Probably at least 3 coats to make it look like this. But it's coming together. I feel like it looks a little tacky, but once I get the decorations in here and the furniture in here, it's gonna make a lot more sense. But honestly, even how it is now, I kind of like it. It's different.
This was after I decided I wasn't going to post this video last week because I had to make it right. That's why this looks like a million different days, because it literally is. It's over the course of like 2 weeks. But I am untaping and doing touch-ups and painting extra coats of gold onto everything. And here again, you could see an entirely different day based on my outfit. I should have just worn the same outfit every day because I got paint on every single piece of clothing I wore. So it's pretty much done. I have to get all the furniture, which I'm looking for deals on. So it's probably not gonna be for a while because finding deals is hard, especially for what I'm looking for. I want like an antique looking pink velvet couch, which is extremely specific. But I'm gonna put that on one of the sides, and then on the other side across from it, it's gonna be a nice wooden dresser. Above the dresser, I'm gonna put a mirror, so it's kind of like a vanity, but I also have a place to store all of my props, and it can look nice and pretty and like curved. I love curvy furniture. It adds a nice touch. But we're done painting, finally! I still have a couple things to add, like the outlet covers, as you can see. I haven't added those yet, but I can't put these on until I replace the actual little outlets, and to do that I have to do some electrical stuff, so it's gonna be a process. So I didn't really have time to record that part. But I also have these, I have 2 of these candle holders to put on the wall. I think they're so beautiful. I just haven't decided which side I'm putting them on yet, or where exactly I'm gonna put it. I might put it above the couch, but it depends how long it is where I place them, so I didn't put those up yet either. I do have a few pieces of furniture that I can add now. I don't really know if they fully match the vibe, but until I get everything I'm looking for, I'm gonna add them here. So this, I'm not totally sure if it's gonna fit well. These are actually side tables, but right now I'm storing my shoes in one of them. So now I just have to get all the rest of the furniture. But for now, this is looking good so far. It's looking unique, I suppose. And I just gotta add all the little decorations and accents. I'm gonna get flowers, probably fake so I don't have to replace them, and photo frames that are golden, mirrors that are golden for the, like that one's already a golden mirror, but for the wall, it's gonna be more designed. That's why I'm not sure if these side tables are gonna actually match because they're kind of geometrical, and I'm looking for more floral just so it has a more vintagey vibe. If you made it all the way to the end, tell me, what is your 3rd favorite color? I don't want to hear none of this first favorite color business. I want to know your 3rd favorite color. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you have an amazing day. And don't forget to subscribe and like for being me. Bye!
Like for being me.